Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. Such a wonderful day. Thank you, everybody, for coming on the show today. Woo! I'm so happy, and I want to say big thank you to every one of you being on the show today. It is the 24th episode of season 3. What a long journey. But first, I want to thank my wonderful audience in the studio. Make some noise if you can, everybody. Woo! Thank you. Thank you so much. And viewers at home, thank you for tuning in. Like I just said, thank you so much for tuning in to watch the show every week as always. But today's show is going to be amazing because it's the 24th episode and it's season 3. So we'll come to the final end of it. But before we kick off today, we have two special guests going to join us on the show. Speaking on stage, she's also the founder of Rise Foundation and also a senator. Frances Black is right here with us, everybody. Woo! Thank you. We're not just going to stop there. Coming up on the show, we're going to have my very good friend. When you talk about an author and a writer, she's not a person than Vanessa, please. It's Thank you. Well, before we kick off today's show, guess what? We're going to go to the Ask Chris. So let's go to my first question, please.
Hi, my name is Kevin, and my question for you is, what has been your favorite moment during this season of the G Request?
Wow, that's a good question. Thank you very much. Another applause for that, please. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you. Okay, just to speed up very quickly for you is, I just know what way to say this is my best moment of the show. But all I can say to you is we had a good time. We've brought a lot of different guests who have come on the show to share their stories. We've got people like Jade Connolly, who shared when she was bullying. We actually did a documentary on that. We've also brought singer-songwriter the likes of Rebecca Ryan, who is right here on the show. And also we brought Vijay Jackson. We've shared so many things about season 3. It has been an amazing season. So I cannot really precisely tell you this is the best show we've done or the best season or episode. But all I can say, we've enjoyed every bit of what we've done on the show. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, so coming up on the show, let's go to the Chris and Terry. Enjoy this. I'll be right back after this, everybody. Thank you. All right, talk to you soon. Bye, 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 bye. Wow, what a day, what a day. Right, I'm having a special guest tomorrow. Hang on a second. Where is Terry? I asked Terry to drop the questionnaire here for me for my guest tomorrow. Terry! Terry! Where is Terry? Can someone please help me? Terry! What's wrong? Terry's not here, so I asked Terry to drop a questionnaire for my guests.
Okay, well Terry's away, so I'll bring it to you right now. Okay?
I need it right now.
Okay, no problem.
Terry, every time. My goodness.
Okay, we have them all here.
Thank you very much. Did Terry tell you where he is going?
No, he didn't mention anything. He was in earlier, but then he left, and he just said that he left notes for you and that you would know what to do.
Okay. When he comes back, can you tell him that I need to straight away in my office?
Of course, yes, no problem.
Thank you very much, Anna.
Can I get you anything else today, Chris?
Not today, Anna.
Okay.
Thank you.
No worries.
Slowly acting. Take it too serious. Have fun. See you soon. Thank you. Welcome back, everybody. Woo! That was lovely. I am so excited that we're going to have our second last guest of this season 3. And it's not another person, like I said in the beginning of the show. Please join me to welcome Frances Black. Please, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Just like I said. Thank you. Thank you. Frances, thank you so much for coming on the show today.
It's a pure privilege. I'm honoured to be here.
Thank you. And how are you? How are you keeping?
I'm very good, very busy. Life is good, though
Very
I can't
good.
complain.
Very good.
Can't complain at all.
Good, Frances. I was looking at how you started. You started at the age of 17.
That's
And you
right.
started with your families. Can you talk us through what was the first process to go into that?
Well, I suppose all of my family are performers. I'm the youngest of 5 children. And my 3 brothers and my sister Mary were heading off on a folk club tour around Ireland. And I was still in school, but I had my oldest brother kind of wrapped around my little finger, so I pleaded with him to bring me. So he talked the others into bringing me along. So yeah, and I went off on tour with them, and I think that was my first experience of, you know, really getting into the music scene and getting that buzz, you know.
And also you've made a number of so successful solo single on your album. Can you talk us through some of them?
Well, I suppose after I did a couple of albums with the Black Family, which is my 3 brothers and my sister, and then I joined up with Kieran Goss. No, sorry, I joined a band called Arcady.
Okay.
And then when I finished with Arcady, I joined up with a singer-songwriter called Kieran Goss. And there was 2 albums made, and there was 2 songs taken off those albums and placed on an album called A Woman's Heart. So that was a very, very big success here in Ireland. And then I was offered my own solo record deal, and I nearly didn't take it, to be honest with you, Chris, because I didn't have much confidence, but I decided I would go for it, and thankfully I did, because the album went to #1 for 10 weeks in Ireland. So I was...
Wow. And you were at the age of 15 when you left school, correct?
Yes, yeah.
And you also have an additional relation to drinking and all of
Yeah, well,
those
that kind of came later, I suppose. I was married, and by the time I was 21, I had 2 small babies. But by the time I was 25, I was separated. So I think it was around that time that I suppose my relationship with alcohol would have peaked.
Okay.
And I would have been one of those, I suppose, women who probably is quite, I suppose, normal now, where I would have been drinking a bottle of wine a night, a bottle of half a wine a night. And I wanted to stop, and I couldn't. So I decided I would go and ask for help. I read an article about a young journalist whose drinking was the same pattern as mine, and she would have drank shorts in the evening time when she finished work. And she had on the end of the article, there was a number for a great organisation called Stanhope Street. So I rang them and I said, look, I really want to cut down on my drinking. I don't want to be drinking a bottle of wine a night anymore. I really want to stop, but I don't know how to. So I went in and I had a conversation with one of the counsellors there, and she said, look, Frances, I've no doubt in my mind that you have a problem with drink, and I think it would be a good idea for you to come and attend our programme, which I did. And it was life-changing.
That was life-changing. Amazing.
Absolutely.
Amazing. Speaking about playing with your family, you know, what's like, you know, when you and your family singing all together and doing this?
It's wonderful. It's wonderful. It really is, Chris. I mean, you know, to be singing with your 3 brothers and your sister there's a lovely, strong connection.
Very true.
Our voices blend very, very well together because we're family. It all kind of interlinks very, very well, and it's just a very, very enjoyable experience singing with the family.
Great.
My own children now are in the music industry, and my daughter has just released an album in the last year, and she's traveling America and Germany and Australia.
Oh my God, follow my mommy's step as well. Now, you're also the director of the Rise Foundation.
Yeah.
And the Rise Foundation would be an organization which helps people who is more into any addiction and all of that.
Yeah, it's not so much addiction, it's more for the family members. I went back to college to study to be a therapist, and I really wanted to focus on addiction therapy. And I went to work in a place in Dublin, a treatment centre called the Rutland Treatment Centre. And I loved working with those who were trying to get into recovery from addiction, but it was really the families that I met there that I saw their despair, I saw their, I suppose, devastation. I saw how hard it was for them to watch somebody they love going down a route of self-destruct. So I decided that I would set up a charitable organisation solely to support the family members. So we have a 10-week family programme and a 1-to-1 counselling service where family members who can come to us it's not for the person who has the problem with the alcohol or the drugs or the gambling.
For
It's
the
only
family.
it's only for the family members. And like, we're inundated. We don't get any government funding or anything like that, but we're inundated
Wow.
with people inquiring about trying to get support.
Wow.
So
It's a great job.
Yeah.
And you're very, very busy as well, you know.
Well, I'm very, very busy doing. I mean, it keeps me going. I love the work. I
Very
love
good.
working with family members.
That's
That's
good.
my
That's-
best. That's my best friend. there.
That's very,
My
that's
best friend,
good.
yeah.
Very good.
So,
Very good.
yeah.
Wonderful. Now, Francis, with looking at some other areas in terms of when you are performing on stage and all the rest, what is like for you now? Will you be able to perform on stage as it is now?
You mean on
Based
stage?
yeah. based
Well,
on
I
you
mean,
busy.
I'm going to be heading off on tour in February with the young man, the singer-songwriter I was telling you about. We have
Yes.
now reunited again after 24 years.
Wow.
So we're heading off on tour in February, and I'm really looking forward to that. We'll be travelling all over Ireland, and I love that. I
Wow.
absolutely love that.
Super.
I feel very, very privileged to be able to be able to perform, to be able to do my work in the Rise Foundation. But now I'm in, as you know, the Shannon.
Yes,
So
I
I'm
was
now a
about to go into
senator.
that.
So yeah, like I feel very privileged to be doing all of the things that I love. I'm living a life beyond my wildest dreams.
And you've done a lot as well. you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I feel like the fact that I'm giving back with the Rise Foundation work really fulfills me on a kind of a, I suppose, on a spiritual level, you know.
Super, super. Thank you. We're still gonna have you on set here, but we're gonna take a quick break and just gonna listen to one of your stage performances. It's lovely, and we'll be right back because we're gonna have Vanessa Orlaith with us on the show. We'll be right back. Thank you.
When I woke up this morning with tears